Hello everybody, welcome back to World of Tanks. Today we have something slightly different from the usual stuff, and this is a clan war. We are playing against R4IN, which is a very good clan, and they are defending, we are attacking. This means that a draw is considered a victory for them, and this is obviously a tier 6 clan war on Abbey. And at the start of the game, I'm going to make this tactic that I really like, actually. You can see our lineup is basically made out of light tanks, medium tanks, and the M4 Jumbo, which is kind of a heavy tank almost. With the stock turret, it has a very good armor, even on the turret, and it's quite slow but can work. Now you can see how we are splitting up. The T-37 is rushing the one line to spot it, just to prevent a rush from that side. Well, not to prevent, but to let us know if that happens. And is going to relocate to the 2 line and get an eye on that part of the map, while the Cromwells that were sniping in front of our base are going to relocate as well. One of them is going to take a look at the 1 line, and another one is going to guard the 6 line. Previously they were trying to snipe cheeky tanks poking like the enemy T-37 on their side of the Abbey, and we sent the rest of our tanks to the village and to the Abbey in general, just to make sure we can take control of that part of the map if needed, and we can relocate quickly to both flanks. Now, usually I wouldn't really suggest this kind of splitting up your tanks this much at tier 6, because if they rush you, that can be a huge problem, but the key part of this tactic is that we can react quickly to what they are doing because of our lineup and adapt. And this is why I don't really like to take heavy tanks on this map. A lot of people do, but at tier 6 I found more effective to just take fast tanks and play with the view range, the crossfire and the relocation basically, rather than the armor and the hit points. So we're going to attack from the 7-8 line. I'll show you why in a moment. I'll explain that. So we are relocating our tanks. The M4 comes first because he's slow, so he needs more time to get to this flank. Now we're just waiting for the others. The T-37, which is now on the Abbey, is going to relocate to the A7, A8 position, so he can protect our base and spot enemy tanks trying to cap, while we are keeping the Cromwell B on the Abbey, because he can take control of that part of the map. If he has like one opponent, he can work with that, and he can guard the 6th line, so our Cromwell, which is now next to our base, can join us on the 7-8 line, and we are going to attack from that side. Now the 7-8 line, I quite like it. It's a bit underestimated, let's say, because I don't really know. I mean, I think that since a lot of people like to play with heavy tanks, they tend to play over the 1-2 line more, but the fact that you can get the 7-8 line means that you can get an effective crossfire on both bases. You can decap both of them with a minimal relocation of your tanks. You can quickly relocate to the middle to help like tanks next to the Abbey. You have a lot of flexibility even if it doesn't really seem like it. So basically in the DAF7 position, We have a lot of opportunities to, as I said, get a crossfire going if they try to cap our base. Now they are sitting there aiming at the enemy base, or even at the balcony in H3, because from that position you can snipe. As I said, the H3 area. We spot an AR-44, so we know that they have like something heavy, and they will probably split up because otherwise they wouldn't be able to protect their own base. I can't spot anything here, even with binos, so in a moment I'm going to relocate while I'm letting my teammates advance from this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to spot some light tanks sitting in like K5. There are a lot of bushes that you can use on that area to keep your light tanks unspotted, and while you can spot tanks trying to approach your base. And that's what the enemy team is probably trying to do right now, so we're going to close the distance, and I'm going to relocate to the position that I mentioned before, the F7, so I can put a few blind shots where I think the light tank is sitting, and if they manage to spot it, it's even better, and I can eventually even shoot the H3 balcony if needed. Now I don't really remember where exactly the most powerful bush is, so I take a few shots just to waste some money. And yeah, nothing has changed. We don't really have that many information about the enemy lineup, and now they are pressuring our base, and that's because they spotted our tanks approaching their own base. As you can see, the light tank was exactly where we thought it would be. And this is the thing. Now we have T-37 guarding our base from pretty nice hold down position. We have the Cromwell B shooting the enemy tanks from the Abbey, and I can just relocate to this position and create a very effective crossfire in order to decap them. They have no way to cap this, just no way. Maybe they didn't know this, but yeah, if my gun would start to behave a little bit, that would be nice. But yeah, like they pressure our T-37 and they eventually take him out, but that took them quite a lot of time, and we are going to win this because we can create an effective crossfire on their base. It's just and with our tanks we could easily kill the only defender on their side of the map, so even if I'm going to die in a moment, that's not really important because they cannot decap us anymore, and this is a win and this is a territory for us. So yeah, G well played, and I'm going to pause it here and explain a few more things now. Again, if you take the 7-8 line, you can easily relocate and do what we did. We got maybe a bit lucky with the timing, but again, I think we reacted well to what they did, and yeah, we put our tanks in good positions. As you can see, this replay was mostly useful in order to show this 7-8 line tactic and the crossfire you can get out of this. Very effective in most situations. You can defend, you can attack very quickly, and more of this shit to come. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and see you on the next one.